Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I mean, this is a book that really shook things up for a lot of people regarding money, jobs, all that stuff.
It definitely challenges conventional thinking, yeah. And he does it through this interesting memoir style, comparing his two dads.
Exactly. His poor dad, that was his actual father. Highly educated, but with a very traditional mindset about job security.
And then the rich dad, his friend's father, who was this street-smart businessman, completely different views on money.
Right. So our goal here, our mission for this deep dive, is to pull out those core insights, the really surprising bits maybe, to help you figure out what actually moves the needle towards financial freedom.
And I think the place to start is that really big idea, the one that hits you right away.
Yeah.
The rich don't work for money.
That's the core, isn't it? My poor dad, like Kiyosaki's, always pushed for that secure job, climbing the ladder, work for your paycheck.
But rich dad flipped it. He said, no, you make money work for you. It's about building things, assets that generate income passively.
Yeah, so instead of you chasing the money starts flowing towards you. It's a fundamental shift.
Which begs the question, why don't they teach this in school?
Mm.
Kiyosaki's pretty blunt about that.
He is. He argues, basically, that school trains you to be an employee, to work for someone else's system.
Exactly. It doesn't really equip you with financial literacy in the true sense. Understanding things like accounting, investing, markets, even basic law.
Those are the skills he says are crucial for actually building wealth, not just earning a salary.
Right. It highlights a big gap in standard education.
Okay, so if the aim is making money work for you, what are these workers? This gets us to his super important definition of assets and liabilities.
Yes, and it sounds simple, but it's where a lot of confusion comes in.
Sure.
An asset fundamentally puts money in your pocket.
Like rental income or stock dividends.
Precisely. Or a business that runs itself.
Yeah.
Whereas a liability, well, it takes money out of your pocket.
Car loans, credit card debt, usual suspects.
And, controversially for many, even the mortgage on your own home. People think of their house as their biggest asset.
But Kiyosaki says, hold on, is it putting money in your pocket each month? Or is it taking money out for the mortgage, taxes, upkeep?
Exactly. Unless it's generating income, like a rental, it's technically a liability according to his definition. It drains cash flow.
That really makes you rethink things. So it's not just about earning more, it's about acquiring assets. This links to his idea of minding your own business.
Absolutely. Don't just work for someone else's business your whole life. Build your own. Focus on creating those income-generating assets.
And alongside that, he talks about working to learn, not just to earn.
Yeah, that's critical. It's not just about being good at your specific job function. You need skills like sales, marketing, understanding investments, communication.
The skills that let you actually build and manage wealth, not just trade hours for dollars.
Right. Those meta skills are invaluable.
Okay, so building assets, learning key skills. But Kiyosaki also talks about this thing called the rat race. What's he getting at there?
It's his metaphor for the cycle most people get stuck in. Working a job to pay bills, maybe getting a raise, spending more, needing to work harder, the drill.
Running faster on the hamster wheel, but not actually getting anywhere financially independent.
Exactly. And he says it's driven by two main emotions, fear and greed. Fear of, not having enough money, losing your job.
So you cling to security.
Right. And then greed, or maybe just the desire for nicer things, pushes you to earn more.
Yeah.
But often that just means buying more liabilities, digging deeper into the race.
So the rich, according to him, manage these emotions differently.
They learn to manage risk instead of just avoiding it out of fear. They take calculated risks, backed by that financial education we talked about. That's key to entrepreneurship and breaking out.
Okay, so let's distill this down for everyone listening. What are the absolute must-do takeaways here?
I'd say number one, start acquiring assets now, even small ones. Don't wait. Second, focus relentlessly on financial education. Learn about money, investing, how it all works. That's your real power.
Right. And third, maybe the biggest mental shift. Stop thinking only about your paycheck. Start thinking about how to invest your time and money to build wealth.
Yeah, make your money start working for you. These aren't just nice ideas, they're actionable steps.
They really are. And maybe a final thought to leave you with, something from the book itself that kind of sums it all up. It's not how much money you make.
It's how much you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for.
Powerful stuff. Really makes you think, doesn't it? How hard is your money working right now? Something to ponder. We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.